This is the lecture for Marianne Warren's article, The Moral Difference Between Infanticide and Abortion, a response to Robert Card. So the only topic to mention here is non-human animals. So on 354, she brings up something which was a little bit in the original article, uh, and which has come up in both the class on Warren and then also the class on Card, um, but which comes up slightly more clearly here. So there's the discussion about like what we owe to sentient beings, and also like sentient beings of a particular type or species or something. So Warren is pretty clear throughout that being a human being, being a member of our species, that doesn't give you sort of special moral consideration. It's being a person that gives you special moral consideration. And not all human beings are persons. For instance, fetuses are not persons, and infants are not persons. So human being is not enough. And human being is also not required. So she mentions in the previous article that, like, you could be a space alien and be a person. In this article, she talks about like chimpanzees and other great apes who are like maybe persons, even though, of course, they are not human beings. And so, this is, of course, an interesting topic on its own. But also, you may remember from the first article, she talked about infants, or not infants, fetuses, even a late term fetus, a fetus that is very far along, has, you know, maybe less moral consideration than a newborn guppy fish. And part of that might make you think, well, how much moral consideration do we owe to a newborn guppy fish and other sort of non-persons who are still sentient? So animals are sentient. They have sensations and stuff, but they're not persons, or at least many of them are not persons. So guppy fishes are not persons. Uh, and so she doesn't answer that question here any more than she answers it in the original article. But it is worth thinking because her point of view towards fetuses and, in a way, infants is her point of view towards, you know, sentient non humans. Uh, what is she thinking we can do to them? Like, is it okay to kill dogs or cats? When is it okay to do it? And then, of course, is she right to have this kind of view? So that's worth thinking about because it determines for her what we can do to fetuses and potentially to infants in certain circumstances.